It's quite interesting to think about all the different reasons why she might have done it. Why did she make and keep all these volumes? Perhaps she did think that at some point someone was going to be looking at them. I'm Elena. I work as an archivist at Wellcome Collection. I'm interested in records created by individuals or organisations. Things which document perspectives and experiences of health. Audrey was an artist who lived with severe mental illness and spent her life in and out of psychiatric hospitals. Audrey documented her life in hundreds of sketchbooks, scrapbooks, and diaries, recording what she ate, who she wrote to, and what she did every day over a period of decades. Earlier albums have photos of Audrey's holidays abroad, local scenes, her trips to the zoo, and objects around the home. Then she starts adding in pieces of junk mail, and that's where it begins turning more into the scrapbook form. In the 2000s, the books become more expansive. They're getting bigger and bigger until they fan out from the weight of material inside. A family member seems to remember that Audrey was told by a health worker to document the food that she was eating. If that was the case, it seems Audrey took it very literally. What she started doing was pasting down every item of food that she ate. Alongside, she'd annotate it with where she bought the item, how much it cost, what it tasted like, and how that made her feel. Audrey died at the age of 79. She was living quite a reclusive life by that time. When the family came to the home, they found her flat overflowing with volumes. When I first encountered it, it was just boxes and boxes of material to sort through. It's important as archivists to remember how the material was found. We're interested in the original order, who created the material and why. The key bits of information to capture in the catalogue can be just as simple as what's the date of the material, what is it that you're looking at. But it's really hard to summarise what the volumes are about because they can cover so many different things. On one page, Audrey starts talking about Cocoa Pops being a laboratory tested animal and how she identifies with him. And then she might go on to talk about the psychiatric system and her anger and frustration about how she was treated. Or she'll pull out particular details like the bird's eye logo and noticing that the shade of blue has changed slightly since the last time she got those fish fingers. All of these different things mean that it's quite difficult to come up with a clear, concise overview for the catalogue. Audrey almost catalogued herself in some ways, as she really made sure that everything was recorded meticulously. That's something we don't come across very often. She's concerned that there's something suspicious happening with time outside of her control. Audrey operates in this double date system where everything will exist across multiple days at the same time. But that's challenging from a cataloguing perspective, because our databases have strict ideas about what dates are. Audrey died on the 10th of July 2013, and that's where the collection ends. Cataloguing her final scrapbook was really tough. It's so poignant to see the final things that she sticks in, and then it just stops. Then there's just all those blank pages. Of course there are. That's the day she dies. Audrey's collection is profoundly personal. It's her thoughts that feel entirely unmediated. She was just writing down and recording her life as she saw it. You do feel intrusive at times, not knowing whether she ever thought that this work would be made publicly available. But it also feels like a real privilege. I think for us as archivists working on the collection, you really want to do what's right by Audrey, that she gets her voice back through the material and through the archive being at welcome.